Hey everyone, my name is Lisa Khan, and today I'm going to tell you how to ace your RA interview. I'll first tell you 4 tips before the interview, and then I'll tell you all the interview questions. The first thing is code switch. So we all know this as changing your personality in the workplace. So you want to become this bubbly, outspoken, easygoing, you're laughing, smiling. So you just want to be that person when you walk into the room. The second tip is body language. You want to be inviting, like I said before, smiling, and what you can do is use your hands a lot when you're explaining your answers because it engages the interviewer. Last tip is to play your cards. What I mean by that is your culture, minority, race card. Any time that you've been excluded because of how you look or where you're from, you want to tell them about that so they can feel bad for you. Yes. Now it's time for the interview questions. First obvious one is going to be, tell me about yourself. You tell them all your extracurriculars, anything interesting about yourself that will make them want to ask about it. Second question is, why do you want to be an RA? Some people might struggle with this because they really don't know why they want to be an RA, but this is your time to just play the card of you want to meet people, you want to be involved in the school, you want to make a difference, you want to create a community for people like you, so you kind of just want to elaborate on that. Name a time where you helped someone, whether that be a stranger or a friend. Name a time where you volunteered when no one else would. How would you go about having conflict with someone on a staff? What would happen if you two cannot come to an agreement? Those few questions that I just listed, that's your time to just fabricate some stories so they fit the question. You can't come to an agreement with a staff member. That's when you would say, you would first hear their perspective, share your perspective, and then you would contact your supervisor for help. What would you do if you made a mistake? Like, how would you resolve that? A good answer for that is to acknowledge your mistake, ask your supervisor how you can compensate, and ask for a similar task. An important question they're going to ask you is, what would make you a good RA? Communication skills. Because as an RA, you're going to have all types of residents and you might not know how to deal with some of them. So you just have to talk about your previous work experience. If you have to make something up, you just have to do that. I talked about my communication skills from my last job, which is like managing an herbal store, dealing with different customers and knowing how to approach them based off their body language, where they're from, etc. I'm going to ask you what your strengths and weaknesses are. So for your strengths, you can say that you're a good team player, you know how to approach different types of people, other things like that. But for your weakness, you want to make sure to say something that's not really a weakness. For example, I told them that I usually take the leadership position when I'm given a group task because I want to get the job done, and that's just how I like things. They're going to ask you some questions about residents. So one might be, how would you approach a resident that is not engaged or discouraged about their school life or their roommates? How would you approach 2 residents in a conflict? Lastly, they're going to ask you your leadership experience. If you don't have any, you're going to have to make some up, like I said before. Okay everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video and I really hope it helped you before your RA interview. Let me know if you guys want more tips on being an RA here at FIU. Thanks for watching and please be sure to subscribe.